Okay, we're waiting for him to come. Hi.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Hi. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing nice. How are you doing during the quarantine?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's teaching us a lot, but it's a very good experience. As in, this is like endless quality time spending with the family, and just living a very simple and homebound life. So can't complain.
By the way, you're looking lovely in the suit. How does it feel wearing the suit after such a long time?
Exactly. It was so refreshing to just feel as if I'm going back to work. So it's a good change.
Amazing. So we are passing a lot of positive energy around us. So, so I was just telling the people, that so men are often confused, how they have to dress up in a wedding, with their own wedding or while they're attending a wedding. So we are resolving all the men's wear. We have a fashion expert. We have you. We have a person who has an experience, a decade experience. And can you please tell us something about yourself?
That's very kind of you. So basically, I am Hitesh Pahuja. I run a bespoke tailoring brand called HP Sumisura. The term bespoke simply means made to order. But when it comes to bespoke tailoring, it implies the most complex and refined method of making garments, or precisely a suit in my case. Having said that, there are three major methods of making garments, which are ready-made, made-to-measure, and bespoke tailoring. A brief explanation of the same is as follows, wherein, in ready-made garments, you just get the ready sizing. And made-to-measure is basically a thing where, the customer's size is altered from a fixed pattern. Like a size 40-42 is altered to the customer's, body measurements by 1 inch or 2 inches, but the pattern is already there. In bespoke tailoring, why is it special? Is because a special pattern is created for the customer based on their body measurements, which is then perfected with each and every trial. So, the fit and feel that you'll get with a bespoke tailored garment is second to none. So that is the major...
So what my understanding is HP Sumisura specializes in bespoke and especially in having the best fitting. Is it?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. So is the lighting all right? Do you need me to increase the lighting?
It's perfect. We can see you really well.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Absolutely well. So today, since we're talking about Indian weddings, can we know something about how should the groom, since he's a hero of the wedding, how should the groom dress up for his own wedding across different functions?
Okay, so basically any and every wedding occasion depends on various aspects. It's not one element to look at. Some to highlight those would be the time of the year the wedding is going to take place, and of course considering the season as well, whether it's a summer wedding, winter wedding. Then comes in the theme of the wedding, the location, what the bride is wearing is very important, in terms of color coordination, if not matching. But at least the color should be complementing each other so that, the images and the photographs which are clicked, they don't come out too clashing. Also if we divide this based on the functions, we have two types of functions, which are Indian traditional functions and then which are the Western functions. So coming to the Indian functions like haldi, be it the haldi, mehndi or a sangeet, the groom should ideally go in for a very nice kurta, fun bandi kurta set, or a bangala, or a traditional achkan or a bangala respectively, as the functions were mentioned. And for the Western functions, like a cocktail or a reception, the groom can choose to ideally wear a tuxedo. If not a tuxedo, then a three-piece suit is good enough.
Oh, that's so amazing. You bifurcated the whole, you resolved us with the groom functions, the Indian functions, the West functions, and what they should wear. So what they should wear during the fedas, or, during the So do you
So
recommend?
during the fairas I mean, especially during the ceremonies or the fairas, an Indian attire is a must, be it a sherwani or an achkan. Nowadays, sherwanis with churidars are not that in. So achkan with a trouser and like a nice dupatta is really good to go.
Oh, that's amazing to know what you have told us, and we shall keep that in mind while deciding the groom dresses. So now let's go to the people who are attending the wedding. Okay, for the men's. So let's discuss
Yeah,
how
that's-
that's one big question.
That's really tricky because it's such a situation wherein nobody wants to um, overdress or not also to underdress. It also depends on how close the wedding is, but it's always better to be a tad overdressed than underdressed. So everyone should pull out their best game possible. But one very essential thing to keep in mind for people who are attending wedding and making outfits and clothes for that is that they should keep the reuse factor in mind. Because you are attending a wedding and you will have to attend a series of weddings. It's not that you are the groom and you need to just wear the best outfit possible, and then you might it wouldn't harm you if you're even preserving it in the wardrobe. Practicality is a great element of that. So in Indian outfits, you should look for something where you can team it up with other elements. And make multiple attires out of one particular outfit. And when it comes to Western outfits, be it a suit or something like that, the men should be able to use it for their business purposes, like a meeting or a conference or an exhibition or anything at all. And when it comes to a black tie event, it is very essential to show up in a tuxedo, ideally in a well-tailored, very sharp tuxedo. And it is also a must-have for every man in his wardrobe.
So that's so amazing that to be a well-dressed barati, you need to have something in a wardrobe. And one thing what you really awesomely mentioned, that you have to keep a series of functions that you have to attend later on in mind, and then accordingly getting your outfits ready. So what colors actually do you recommend in the ongoing season in this autumn 2020, especially for the menswear?
So for this particular oncoming season, I mean, if it is menswear, my personal favorite and also one shade which I recommend is a deep blue color, and which is a classic. You can't go wrong with that. It's very versatile. And another color which is going across very well, and it also suits the Indian skin tone palette, is military green. Shades of dark green, military green and bottle green, which is also a very good color. And I would also like to recommend deep purple, which is a very good color for a sangeet or be it for a three-piece suit.
Oh, that's so amazing. Coming to the blue, we can awesomely see how nice you are looking in the blue color.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
That's bottle green you said, and then you mentioned
yes.
Purple color.
Deep purple, so, like a dark purple color. Yeah.
That's, I think, the newer colors you're talking about for this season.
Yes, because they are not very. I mean, they are not widely used. Men are very, say restrictive or very safe in their colors. But these are some shades which can be carried off very well by most of the men.
Okay, so even I had a wedding of my brother. Okay, in the starting of this year, so we were confused. How to design my dad, how to decide the dressing of my brother. So, what do you think is the difference in styling for the younger generation than the older generation?
So the younger generation, keeping in mind, there's not a lot of shift in the older generation and in the semi-old generation, which are not the millennials. So, that cannot be categorized a lot different. The millennial generation is something which has a very different perspective to clothing. They want something which is relaxed, chilled out, and at the same time very versatile and cool. They are not okay with something which is very traditional and run of the mill and, all of that. So they look for something which has a very, say, eccentric vibe as well. So that's one of the things which we try to do for the millennial clients, is to always think outside the box and create something which is effortless yet stylish. And for the non-millennials or the older generation, it is more about the fit and the fabric. And they stick to classic styles. It should just look very crisp.
Oh, that's amazing. So you do all the possible experiments with the younger generation and keep classics for the...
Yes, that's the advantage. With the younger generation, you can experiment well.
Oh, okay. We have our viewers asking some questions. Would you like to take on that?
Yes, definitely. Let's.
So one of the clients is asking, how should we choose? Okay, the colors we've already had. Okay, which designer inspires you?
Well, in terms of a designer, I would say ideally Tom Ford, and in Indian wear, I would say Rajesh Pratap Singh has great designs.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. So another question what we have over here is, how can you introduce prints for the male clothing?
So prints are something which are widely used by many designers, and I also use a few prints. The idea to keep in check for menswear and prints is, if someone is not very eccentric and experimental, is to make sure that the volume and the dominance of the print is not beyond the entire style and the base fabric. So, it also looks stylish. At the same time, it's a bit subdued.
Oh, great. And we have one more question. Which color suits do you recommend with the skin tone? Is it that you change the color with the skin color of the person? Or it does matter. It's not a big problem, because most of the colors suit across all skin tones, but obviously there are some colors which don't go with particular skin tones. So the best way to do that is, when I'm consulting my clients or a customer in particular, I try to keep the fabric, if I have that particular fabric in stock, and drape it across their body and check it out. Or I also work with Pantone shade cards, wherein I can tell you which color will work best with you. So it does matter. Yes, skin tones and suit colors do matter, but the possibility of a particular suit fabric or a color not suiting a particular skin tone is very less. It's not because the fabrics which are meant for men's suits have very limited colors. So considering that, there are very few shades which need to be carefully monitored on that. That's amazing to know. Now, can you please tell us, how do we meet you? If we have to do some consultancy with you, how do we meet you? Where are you?
You can. You can. My studio is located in Bandra West at Waterfield Road. I normally work by appointment. To make an appointment, you can log on to the website, which is hpsuits.com, or hit us up on Instagram, where the page is also called HP Suits.
Oh, that's so amazing. So we are looking forward and coming to you for any consultation or any designing with you pertaining to the menswear.
That's very kind of you. It was a refreshing change being here.
Being there online with us. I'm so glad our viewers
Thank you so
all
much
of
for
us
having me. Pleasure's mine.
Really educated with your knowledge. Looking forward to having you more. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.